Hey, I want to ask you an interesting question. You are also made up of atoms, and a table is also made up of atoms. So why you are alive and a table is not? You might think that might be table has different type of atoms and I have different type of atoms, but it's not true. The scientific researches and the experiment shows us that we made up of carbon, oxygen, hydrogen, this type of atoms, and a table is also made up of these atoms. So why a table is not alive like us? Why a table cannot speak like us? Why a table cannot able to think like us? What's the difference? So it is a very interesting question, and in this video I'm going to address this question in a scientific way. First of all, I want to ask you one important question. Just imagine two objects, that is graphite and a diamond. If you imagine these two objects, these two are made up of carbon, both are made up of carbon, but what is the difference between these two objects, graphite and diamond? It is the arrangement of carbon, the organization, the way the carbon is arranged, that makes the difference between the diamond and a graphite. All right, so we can say the arrangement or the organization of a same atom can create a very different properties. Just for an example, let's take one, just for your evidence, let's take one more example. We have hydrogen and we have oxygen. Oxygen is also a gas, hydrogen is also a gas, but when we combine these two, we find we'll have water, and water is a liquid. So if we combine, so you see, we take a gas and we combine these two and make a liquid. So we combine the two of a different object and make a different thing, and that's the power of organization, and in the scientific term that's what we call it as the emergence. So the simple thing about the emergence is what the scientists believe, that the life is not a one term. Life is consist of particular hierarchy, a complete hierarchy, starting from the atoms, which combine to form the molecules, which combine to form the complex organic substance, which combine to form the nucleic acids and protein, and which combine to form the organisms, which combine to form a complete living organism. That's how the hierarchy is, and this hierarchy, this complete hierarchy, is called life, and that's what a modern biology says about the life. All right, now the biggest mystery is how the chemistry in the sense, the atoms, the molecules, the complex organic substance, they all are chemistry, they all are the parts of the chemistry, but how the chemistry becomes the biology suddenly, this is a biggest mystery. And the most mysterious part is even what is the boundary between chemistry and biology. It's one of the most interesting questions that which is active research area in nowadays as well. So we are trying to find out continuously that what is the boundary between the chemistry and the biology. All right, and that boundary is maybe that particular thing which will tell us why the table is not alive and why we are alive. All right, so, and even more interesting about this is how an atom combine in such a way that it forms a brain, which we have a brain, and that brain behaves in a very different way. It can learn, it can think, it have consciousness, it have self-consciousness and all. It is a very interesting question, that how it is even possible that those non-living atoms make us to think, make us to be conscious? And that's one of the most interesting question we have. So this is what I want to address in this video, and I hope this video help you to understand that how life forms and why the table is not alive and we are alive. It is just because of the emergence, the organization. We have the same material, but the organization is different, and organization happens in such a way that we becomes alive and that table become non-alive. All right, so with this I want to end this video. Thank you very much for watching my video, and hit the subscribe button if you like the video. Thank you very much.